All right, everyone, we've got a lot to talk about in a short amount of time, and I know we generally talk about the whole region, but everybody wants to know what's going to happen in my backyard. So I'm going to break it down into different viewing areas and, of course, markets so you can see the snow totals. Overall, why is this pattern like this? Well, we've had a dry air mass, and there's been some patchy little areas where it hasn't fallen at all. It started snowing at 6:30 up in Fort Wayne, but it's very, very light and it's blowing around. In these areas where you see purple, it's coming down because the atmosphere has been able to get saturated in all the layers. So again, that's very important. Nothing is ever uniform across an entire area with a snow event. Everything in dark, yep, that's our winter storm warning, and we still have cold advisories. Interesting, Fort Wayne, you had the extreme cold warning the other day, and you're not even in the advisory now. Take a look at our winds. They're strong enough to create a little bit of a wind chill, but I do expect the winds to start picking up 20, 25, even 30-mile-per-hour gusts at the heart of the afternoon when the snow is going to be coming down. We've got some interesting wind chills right now. They're not as bad as they were, but they're going to get worse. Take a look at where we are now, and we're going to watch these at 6 a.m., -7 in Lafayette, -9 in Fort Wayne. Look at that color of white. By 7 p.m., -18 in Lafayette, -17 Terre Haute. Fort Wayne only -9. Oh, but wait, look at that. -16 as we get into 6 a.m. the following morning on Monday. 195 million Americans are under watches and alerts, and this is just the snow. We've been talking about the trend moving this northward. Well, it's coming. In fact, the ice is going to knock out tens of thousands of trees. It's going to be devastating in the south. But take a look at your snowfall. As we continue to watch this, notice the colors of darker blue. That's where the intensity starts to pick up. We could see an inch, inch and a half an hour. Want to come up to the north where, again, it's been dry air. It's been starved for that moisture, but it's going to start saturating all the layers. All of these storm reports, I checked them out. They're mainly an inch, inch and a half, 1.7, 2 inches already. Look at the moisture content, truckloads of this. This is the acorn that may become the great oak for many. Thank goodness we're in the snowfall. All week we've talked about the differences in the models. The European and the U.S., they weren't getting along. Well, they are now, almost exactly. The GFS model, the U.S. is always late to the party, where they're matching up now. So again, here are some individual totals. I want to break it down market by market. Fort Wayne, these are mean levels. That means 7. Give it a range. You know, let's say 6 to 8. All right. Hartford City, 9. Think about it like 8 to 11. Lafayette, 6 to 10. I mean, these are really some big numbers here. And then look at this wallop. Wow. A lot to talk about with the heavy snow, and we'll do more with this coming up in just a few minutes. But Wednesday, we have another system moving into the area. That'll drop another 1 to 2. We'll run through more of these 7-day forecasts for you coming up in a moment.